All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into keeping your heart healthy and happy.
Happy?
You actually sent this article in
Right.
from UC Davis Health. It's called 5 Ways to Keep Your Heart Healthy and Happy.
Ah.
So clearly you're thinking about this, which
Yeah.
is great. So let's unpack it and see what kind of wisdom they've got in this article.
Well, I think what's really interesting about it is they talk about both the physical A&D, the emotional well-being of the heart.
Right.
It's not just about avoiding disease, but it's about like thriving,
Yeah.
and having a good life for your heart.
Yeah, and honestly, we often forget about the emotional side of heart health.
Right.
But when I think about stress and anxiety,
Mhm.
I mean, my heart definitely feels not so happy.
Exactly. And the article dives right into it, starting with smoking and vaping.
Yeah.
In fact, they state that smokers are at very high risk for heart disease.
Yeah, no kidding.
Pretty blunt.
It's a good reminder of just how serious that is.
Yeah.
But they also highlight the immediate benefits of quitting, like right away.
You lower your blood pressure, your heart rate goes down,
Right.
less risk of heart attack and stroke.
So these are things that are happening like immediately, not just way down the line.
Exactly.
I love the way they put it. It's like giving your heart an instant vacation from stress.
Nice.
Although I guess it's not really a vacation because it continues to accumulate over time. So maybe more like giving your heart a permanent residency
Permanent residency. There you go.
in a stress-free zone.
That's great.
So speaking of giving your heart a boost, the next point is all about movement, exercise.
Of course.
And they're really cheerleading for us to get moving.
Yeah, there are so many benefits that come with regular physical activity.
Like what?
Well, lower blood pressure, improved cholesterol levels, better weight management,
Oh, okay.
more energy, reduced stress.
Oh, wow.
It's really the ultimate multitasker for heart health.
Yeah, it is. I always get a little intimidated by these exercise recommendations.
Oh,
It's
well,
like 150 minutes a week sounds like a lot.
right.
But they break it down. It's just 30 minutes a day.
That's it.
And it doesn't have to be, running a marathon or anything.
Not at all.
You can find joy in the movement.
Right.
Walking, gardening, dancing, even skating.
Skating, yeah.
I haven't been skating in years.
That's a good idea.
And gardening.
Yeah.
They specifically mention it as a heart-healthy choice.
There you go.
Pulling weeds could be so beneficial. Who knew? So that's really great.
Yeah, that's what we love about these deep dives.
Right.
You find these little nuggets of gold.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about what we fuel our bodies with, a heart-healthy diet.
Okay, time to raid the fridge.
That's right.
So what's the UC Davis roadmap to a happy heart when it comes to food?
Well, they recommend a delicious mix of fruits and veggies,
Okay.
whole grains, low-fat dairy, lean protein sources, nuts, legumes.
Okay, so like a symphony of colors and flavors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes it sound much better than diet food.
Yeah, right. But it's not just about what we add to our plate.
Right. Right, you got to limit certain things.
Like what?
Sodium,
Okay.
saturated fat, and added sugar.
Oh, those are the party crashers.
Those are the party crashers for your heart.
Yeah. And they mentioned portion control too, right?
Yes, they do.
So it's not just what you eat, but how much, which is something I need to remind myself of all the time.
I think we all do.
Okay, so speaking of indulgence, let's talk about sleep.
Oh, yeah.
This one surprised me a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm a firm believer in the power of a good night's sleep.
Right.
But what stood out to you in this section?
Well, it's not just about feeling rested.
Yeah.
The article explains how sleep impacts so many aspects of our well-being,
Right.
like tissue and blood vessel, healing, immunity, mood, energy levels, even brain function.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this nightly reset button for your whole body.
That's amazing.
It is.
And they mention a number.
Yeah, they do.
Like how many hours?
7 to 9 hours a night.
Okay.
That's the sweet spot.
So I don't know about you, but some nights I struggle to get close to that.
Me too, yeah.
I have a real love-hate relationship with sleep. Some nights I could sleep for a week straight, and other nights I'm like tossing and turning.
Right.
It's a constant battle. But they do have tips
They do.
for getting those solid 7 to 9 hours.
Yeah. They recommend sticking to a regular sleep schedule,
Okay.
creating a relaxing bedtime routine, and avoiding caffeine and alcohol before bed.
Yeah, those are all pretty standard sleep hygiene things.
Right.
Anything surprising?
Well, they mention the importance of exposure to daylight,
Oh, really?
like getting at least 30 minutes of sunlight each day,
Interesting.
preferably in the morning.
Yeah, I've heard about the mood boosting and vitamin D benefits, but I've never connected that with heart health.
It all comes back to that mind-body connection they talk about.
Right.
Our mental and emotional state, including how well we sleep, directly impacts our physical health,
Oh, I see.
including our heart.
That's a good reminder. Okay, so we've covered smoking, exercise, diet, and sleep.
Right.
What's the final point on their list for a happy and healthy heart?
Well, it's all about teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah, the article stresses the importance of partnering with your medical team.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm not always the best at keeping up with doctor's appointments.
Oh, yeah.
If nothing feels really wrong, I tend to put it off.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But the article makes a good point. Even when you feel fine, it's good to have those regular checkups.
Yeah.
To catch potential issues early.
Right.
And to work with your doctor to create a plan for long-term heart health.
So it's not just about getting the tests and the numbers, but
Yeah.
it's about having that open dialogue and being proactive.
Absolutely.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of proactive, they do mention some specific resources that UC Davis Health offers.
Yeah.
What kind of things do they have?
Well, for example, they have classes dedicated to heart health improvement
Oh, okay.
and a women's cardiovascular medicine program.
That's interesting. A women's specific program. Is there a reason they highlighted that?
There is. The article cites some pretty alarming statistics.
Like what?
Did you know that heart disease is the leading cause of death for women in the United States?
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really sobering statistic.
Yeah.
It definitely makes me want to pay even closer attention to my heart health.
Yeah, it's a good reminder.
So it sounds like UC Davis Health is doing some good work in addressing this issue specifically for women.
They are. And, it highlights something really important. Heart health isn't just an individual pursuit.
Right.
It's really intertwined with, our social and environmental context.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
This article really focuses on what we can do personally.
Right.
But what about things like, access to healthy food?
Right.
Or safe spaces for exercise? Or even just a sense of community and belonging?
Absolutely.
I mean, those factors play a huge role too, don't they?
They really do, and that's something for all of us to consider.
Yeah.
How can we create environments that support healthy hearts for everyone? But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's take a moment to recap the 5 key takeaways from this deep dive.
Okay, let's do a quick rundown.
All right.
So first up, ditch the cigarettes and vapes.
Yes.
Your heart will be doing a happy dance from day one.
Number 2, find joy in movement.
Yeah.
Aim for at least 30 minutes a day
Okay.
of activity that gets your heart pumping.
Right.
Remember, even gardening counts.
Yes. And number 3, nourish your body with that symphony of colors and flavors.
Right.
Fruits, veggies, lean proteins, whole grains.
Watch those portions.
Oh, yeah, of course. Watch those portions.
Number 4, prioritize sleep.
Yeah.
Shoot for that 7 to 9 hour sweet spot.
Okay.
It's like hitting the reset button on your whole system.
Yeah, including your heart.
Including your heart.
And finally, number 5, partner with your medical team.
That's right.
Regular checkups, open communication, proactive planning, all those good things.
Absolutely. So we would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Which of these areas feels most relevant to your life right now?
Right.
Where do you feel like you could make some small positive changes?
Yeah, maybe it's finally kicking that smoking habit or finding an activity you really enjoy that gets you moving or committing to getting those extra 30 minutes of sleep each night.
Whatever resonates with you.
Yeah, what resonates with you?
I think what's important is just identifying those areas
Right.
where you feel most empowered to make a change, even a small one.
Right.
And then taking that first step.
Absolutely. And you don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight.
No,
Small, sustainable changes, they add up over time.
they do.
So celebrate every step you take towards a healthier and happier heart.
I love that.
Okay, so before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
you got one of those final thought-provoking questions for us.
I do.
Ooh, I love these. Hit me with it.
Okay, so we've spent this episode exploring the individual actions we can take
Right.
to improve our heart health. But how much does our community impact our heart health?
That is such a good question.
Yeah.
It makes me think about things like access to affordable, healthy food,
Right.
safe and inviting spaces to exercise, even just the social support we receive from our friends and family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our environment and the community we live in play such a significant role
Right.
in shaping our choices and ultimately influencing our heart health.
It's like the saying, it takes the village.
Yeah.
Maybe it takes a village to have a healthy heart, too.
I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
So as you go about your day today,
Yeah.
we encourage you to consider
Okay.
what are the ways in which your community supports or hinders your heart health.
And even more importantly, what can we do collectively
Right.
to create communities that truly nourish and support healthy hearts for everyone.
Now that's a question worth exploring.
It is, but I think for now we've given them plenty to think about.
I think so.
This has been such an eye-opening exploration. Yeah. We started with those 5 individual actions from the UC Davis Health article.
Yeah.
But we ended up in this fascinating realm of community impact.
It's a perfect example of how these deep dives can lead us down these unexpected paths and broaden our understanding.
Totally. A huge thank you to UC Davis Health for providing the inspiration for this exploration.
Yes.
And of course, a big thank you to you for sharing this article and joining us on this journey.
Absolutely.
We hope you leave feeling inspired and empowered to take care of your heart, both individually and as part of a community.
I love that.
Until next time, keep those hearts happy, healthy, and connected. So it's like we zoomed out.
Right.
We were focused on our own plates and running shoes.
Yeah.
But now we're looking at the bigger picture, like our neighborhood.
Exactly.
Our communities.
Yeah, that shift in perspective is so important.
It is. It really is, because we might be making all the right choices individually.
Right.
But if our environment isn't supporting those choices, it's an uphill battle.
It is.
You know, it makes me wonder, do I even live in a neighborhood where it's easy to walk or bike? Are there parks and green spaces nearby?
Yeah.
How about access to affordable, healthy food?
Right.
I'm starting to think about all these things in a new light.
Yeah, those are great questions to ask yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you find that your environment isn't as supportive as it could be, that's an opportunity to get involved.
Oh, okay.
And advocate for change.
I love that. It's not just about adapting to our surroundings. It's about actively shaping them to promote health and well-being for everyone.
Exactly.
So what could that look like?
Well, it could be as simple as supporting local farmers markets.
Okay.
Volunteering at a community garden.
Okay.
Or advocating for safer bike lanes in your city.
Or even just organizing a walking group with your neighbors.
There you go.
It's about recognizing that heart health isn't just a personal journey.
Right.
It's a collective one.
It is. We're all in this together.
We are.
Beautifully said. And with that empowering thought,
yes,
I think we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Oh, this has been such an eye-opening exploration.
It has.
You know, we started with those 5 individual actions from the UC Davis Health article.
Yeah.
But we ended up in this fascinating realm of community impact.
It's amazing how these deep dives can lead us down these unexpected paths.
They do.
And really broaden our understanding.
Yeah, a huge thank you to UC Davis Health.
Yes.
For providing the inspiration for this exploration.
Absolutely.
And of course, a big thank you to you for sharing this article.
Of course.
And joining us on this journey.
Ooh, general pleasure.
We hope you leave feeling inspired and empowered to take care of your heart.
Yes.
Both individually and as part of a community.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep those hearts happy, healthy, and connected.